Bless your name. We exalt you. Father, we adore you. Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you because this is the day that you have made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Lord, we thank you for the ability, the opportunity given us to do one thing or the other today. And we thank you for the privilege given us to gather at this moment. Thank you, Lord, for this day. We ask, Lord, that you go ahead of us, even as the word says that we should commit our ways unto you. In all that we should do, we should acknowledge you and not lean on our own understanding, and you will guide our path. Father, we ask that you will guide us in this meeting in the name of Jesus. Thank you, O Lord, for everything that shall be done here. We thank you in advance because the network will cooperate with us today. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pastor Mike. And we want to thank everyone that is here this evening or this afternoon. I'm trying to get my my link right. I don't know why, but all the same, it's going to go well. Don't stress. I just want to get a few things done here, and we'll get it up from there. Let me quickly do this. Rejoin the meeting. Okay. Okie dokie. Let me bring this here. Okay, I think we should be fine now. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to always come to every one of you. Like I said before, I'm joining us from the former nation's capital, Lagos State. And today we are going to talk about an amazing business opportunity. So if you are ready, let us go. A couple of years ago, it pleased God to talk to the hearts of three amazing gentlemen whom have been in the business world for quite some time. And they started up a business, a direct selling company, product manufacturing company called Immeri, spelled Immeri. And the reason for that, you're going to find out in a moment. I hope I'm being heard. And but before we go into the nitty-gritty of the business, I want us to understand that for anything that is going to grow or become mighty or fail, the name is very, very important. That's why I want you to listen very closely as we start to navigate through the name of this company. The name of the company is Immeri, and it is carved out of two amazing words. One of them is German, and that is Immar, which is Immer, and it's a German word which means eternity in English. So when you are talking about Immeri, you are talking about a company that was built with a long, long, long span. The people that God used to make it happen always believe. They believe that this is a business that's going to live beyond them and beyond their children. And also, okay, and I in the word in the Immeri stands for international. So what it means is that as much as we are built to last forever, if possible, we are also built to be international. Now, another thing you must look at when you are going to choose a network marketing are the people behind it. Why is this important? Over the years, we've been told, nah, don't worry yourself, just enjoy the money. No, we don't want you to just enjoy the money. Ask yourself, who are the people behind it? Because if the people behind it are not good people, are not experienced, trust me, they are going to collapse along the way and you're going to have problems. Now, what we're dealing with here is a three-man team. Now, one thing about the three of them is that they are friends. Some of them are business mentors and mentees. So if you're coming into Immeri, you're talking about three people that know themselves very well with a cumulative experience of over 100 years in the direct sales industry and the corporate management industry. You will understand that sorry for the noise that is coming, that is you may be hearing behind, is because of where I am, but we have to get this done. So they have 100 years cumulative experience, a combined experience in direct selling and corporate management. So what does it mean? You don't have to go and get those experience. They already have it for us. I'm talking about none else but Mr. Lau Chongwan, who is the chairman and CEO of Immeri Group of Companies. We also have Mr. Tankan Fu, who is the group executive senior vice president of the company. And of course, we cannot talk without talking about the president of Immeri, the president, the group chief executive vice president of Immeri International, also, who is Mr. Yap Y Yen. Now, let me quickly say this. Every business has got its reason for coming together. In Immeri, what is the reason? The main reason why Immeri is put together is to bring happiness to every of our members and the members of their family. So in the actual sense, you can say that what we sell is happiness. So if you're looking for a company that sells happiness, then you are in the right company. Now, we have what we call core values, things that we believe in, things that you are expected to see if you become a part of Immeri International. The first one is that we believe that sharing is rewarding because it is more blessed to give than to receive. Now, what are we simply saying in effect? If you are here today hearing the sound of my voice and you do not like giving to people, then I can quickly tell you that you may be in the wrong business. But if you love giving to people, you're not just a politician who bribes people, then I think you have something big in Immeri. So we believe that sharing is rewarding. We also believe that success breeds success. What is that talking about? If you don't succeed, I don't succeed. That's what makes us peculiar. So it's not issue of upline running their own thing and downlines running their own thing. Together we make it happen, and we believe in helping others to succeed, because that is the only way that we ourselves can succeed. And we also have filial piety, which simply says that we have mutual respect, we have love, and we care for every person who comes into our midst. Now, it is this philosophy, this simple philosophy that I am introducing here, and this philosophy and the spirit of freedom, integrity, vision, opportunity, success, that form the foundation on which our company is built. And that's why today Immeri is a company that is built to last. So let's go on. Now, who are we actually? What are we known for? I want to quickly tell us that Immeri is the exclusive maker of our flagship product called Virgin, which we are going to introduce you to in a moment. Is a product that was so important to us that as far back as 2017, the company spent over $2 million in getting an ultra modern factory in Malaysia. And today that product has reached over 1 million women across the nations of the world, and we can introduce it to you. Immeri is also a company that believes in teaching its partners. What do we do? What are we talking about? We established a group called the Immeri Growth University, where we are trained. That is why I can reach you today and talk to you about what we are doing about this company, because we are trained. We also believe in giving back to society through the Immeri Growth University, where 0.5% of our gross earnings, earnings, every year is put together for micro charities across the nations of the world without requiring them to do any adverts for us at all. Now, in the last years that we have been around, from 2016 till now, we have opened up in China, we have opened up in Malaysia, in Ghana in 2018, Nigeria in 2019. So for those of us who are in Nigeria, we actually have an office in Nigeria based in Maryland, Lagos. We are also in Asia, in North Africa and the Caribbean, as well as the Middle East. So if you're looking for a company that has wide reach and is still expanding, you are hearing the word of one of them right now. Now, in just 5 years, the company has made over 326 million US dollars in sales alone. Now, that is amazing. If you look at what the world out there has today. Within the same period, our membership has grown to over 650,000 people with a retainership of over 38%. That is in an industry where we have people struggling for between 8 and 13%, which is why many of them die even before the last 3 or 4 years. And also within the same time, we have sent over 7,400 people on international trips, all expense paid, and the narratives are just there. Some people just came back from Dubai in the month of April. And also we have given out over 572 car awards, SUVs awards, free of charge, not loans, awards. And also we have had 2 people who became recipients of brand new penthouses in the nation of Malaysia. So that is what our company is all about. Now, Immeri is a product based company. What it means is that we manufacture 100% organic products that is touching lives across the nations of the world. But one thing about our product is that we produced it having what we call the product commitment. Now, what is the first one? Every single product that we give to you, we actually have our conscience put in them. What are we saying? There is no product that we give to you that we ourselves have not used. So when you are given any product or you get into the business today, whatever products you have, somebody within the business circle has actually used them. And we believe in green. So every of our product, we try as much as possible to make sure that the materials we use are green and natural. So as to, number one, avoid side effects, and number two, make sure that the earth is protected. And of course, we do not play with high quality and high craftsmanship. All right, let me try immediately and introduce us quickly to some of our products, which we start with the flagship award-winning product, which is Virgin. The job of our is made for women gynecology intimate section. So it takes care of most, if not all, of our gynecologic challenges, and that is called Virgin. Amazing product. And after that, we have our Adwell, which takes care of our digestion. We're going to be going a little bit closer to it as we start going on this very presentation today. And we also have the Alihat and Femtima, which are 2 amazing products. One of them is the natural testosterone booster, and then the second one is the natural anti-aging product for the modern day woman. These products, we're going to be going into them gradually. Now, let's quickly do a little bit of survey. A survey was done all over the continent of Africa, and because we noticed that Africa is the 2nd largest continent in the world and the 2nd most populous continent in the world as well, with a population of over 1.37 billion people. I mean, that is massive. Now, why are we doing this? To let you understand that the market is big if you know how to get them. This is the reason why the Asians are coming, the North Americans are coming, the Europeans are coming. So basically, why we run out, they come in. What is it that they see that we are not seeing? Our populations are heavy, and they know that, look, if they do business here, whatever they throw at us, it's going to be big business for them. But we are changing that one right now. We are now hitting the ground running, knowing fully well that we have seen what these people have seen, and we are now taking it. Now, with populations of over 105 million in Egypt, with 49% of them being women, 31.07 million in Ghana, with population of over 49.1 million, and in Nigeria, 214 million people, and also let's forget the Philippines, because Philippines is not in Africa. Now, why is this necessary? Why this survey is necessary is because in these countries that we have seen and mentioned, between 14.2% and 33% of the women in this country suffer a common health challenge. And this challenge is something most of them suffer for nothing less than 5 times in their lifetime. This health challenge is called bacterial vaginosis. Now, what is bacterial vaginosis? It's simply the imbalance between the good and the bad bacteria in the female intimate section called the vagina. Now, when this happens to a woman and it is not treated, the woman will start experiencing things like foul smelling discharges. They start to smell even when they have taken all the bath. they will start having vaginal itching, and they start having a lot of discharges, gray, white, green discharge, and some of them will become barren. Some of them will start suffering things like candiditis, PCOS, and so on. A lot of this thing. But because of this, and you find out that this is a lot of kind of prevalent in the continent of Africa and across the globe. This our company manufactured a product called Vagine, spelled Viginne. And what does Vagine do? These are the ingredients that you have in Vagine. Now, if you are there, you can actually take a screenshot of this very page right now and be able to Google everything we have here. Vagine has our secret ingredient called the Vagine itself, which we are not going to tell you because everyone have their secret ingredients in everything they are doing. Then inside our Vagine, we have the antibacterial and immune peptides. Now, the antibacterial and immune peptides job is to make sure that the bad bacteria does not overpower the good bacteria. So it gives strength to the good bacteria and deals with all the what do they call it? All the infection issues. We have the organic acid, or the organic acid job is to make sure that the intimate section of the woman remains organic, because when it becomes alkaline, then you start having a problem. So you need the organic acid to make it remain organic all the time. We also have the seaweed extract. Now, it's making a lot of sense because most of us that are here, there are teas that we drink that came from seaweed extract. Is very, very good for our system and also good for the female intimate region. And we also have the hyaluronic acid, which most of the cream cosmetic product that our women use has got this product as well. Hyaluronic acid is in it makes the earth, it makes the body to be fresher and glow. And then we have it in our Vagine. We have the polysaccharides that provides some of the needed ingredients that you need inside the intimate section of the woman, as well as vitamin E that provides all the necessary vitamins that nourishes the intimate section of the woman. And for some people who have lost libido and and have pain during intercourse and everything, we have the 100% natural essential oil that makes the intimate section of the woman to be supple. So the night time does not become a nightmare, but becomes an enjoyment. Okay. What does Vagine do? That's where we are going right now. What does Vagine do? What does it help? It helps to enhance the friendly bacteria and inhibits bad bacteria. How does it do this? By making sure that it enhances the self-cleaning, cleansing, and defense in the intimate section. It also helps to reduce infection. It moisturizes and tightens by repairing the vaginal cells, and then nourishes the ovary. It restores the elasticity of the vaginal walls that might have become relaxed because of childbirth, sports, and other things that we do. Vagine also helps to improve intimacy by creating fresh aroma. The aroma of Vagine is very, 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 very nice, and it also excretes pheromone. Pheromones are those things that get excreted from the woman that always invites the man. Our product is an award-winning product. We were the 2021-2022 best halal range in the intimate region, given to us by brand Lorette International. And we also have our factory have been registered, in the USA for us to build a factory for Vagine refreshing intimate gel. So you can see that we have an amazing product that is built to help humanity. Now, the next product that we're going to talk about is our digestive enzyme product made from, the name is Advel, which means addition to wellness, also another German name, and it is made from fruits and grains and comes in powder. So now, Advel is a fruit and grains powder drink that contains natural essence rich in carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and minerals that aid in digestion. So one of the things that this will do for you is to make sure that every food that you eat is properly digested. It contains papaya, which naturally has the enzyme papain that effectively breaks down protein into peptides and amino acids for easier absorption. It also contains pineapple, which naturally has bromelain, responsible for dissolving fibrin and blood clot, and is widely known to have anti-inflammatory properties. So this is an amazing, amazing product. The grains found in Adwell, such as act as probiotics, water-soluble fiber that promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria. It aids in mineral absorption, balancing intestinal pH, lowering blood fat and cholesterol, regulating your blood and sugar, and improving your immune system. This very product contains about five enzyme materials, and 3 of them are things that you are not able to get from your food. Why don't you get it from your food? Because the distance between where the farm where your food is gotten and where it is consumed, a lot of its content gets destroyed. So we are able to conserve this and able to bring it back to us in the form of Adwell. So this is a product that you must have. When you use Adwell, these are the things it will help to do: improve your intestinal walls so that you don't have to suffer things like ulcer. It is anti-inflammatory, deals with your pains, deep pains, joint pains, and so on. It prevents blood clot. I had a testimony in Abuja a couple of weeks ago about a young woman that was suffering from blood clot, never goes to toilet, about 7 days a week, and within a space of 24 hours of using this product, those things changed. It also deals with increases metabolism, the workability of your body system. This product helps it to happen. Make sure that everything you eat does not become poison to you, and that your cells does not break anyhow. By the way, we always have breakage of cells every day. We have trillions and trillions of cells, and over 1,000 breakages happen every day. So, and sometimes when those breakages are done abnormally, you start having things like free radicals. What are free radicals? Free radicals are the situation where the cells breaks unevenly and starts becoming a problem to the system instead of being beneficial. So Adwell will help to increase the metabolism to make sure that when the cells break abnormally, it is dealt with effectively. Are we together? Then it also it has two amazing technology. The first one is the BioEnz. The BioEnz technology is the metabolic, it's a system where the metabolic enzyme in a plant can be activated effectively by eliminating most anti-natural factors in the plant via natural method. So what it does is that in this technology, you are able to eliminate things that are not beneficial to your body. When you take Adwell, it deals with these things and you don't have to worry yourself about them. The nutritional content and overall nutrition value of the ingredients, as well as enzymes activities, are greatly enhanced when in our product called Adwell. Then we have the smart technology, which allows for easy dissolution in water, so that when it gets into your body, it enters and it assimilates very, very easily. This is an amazing product that we cannot do without, and so it's a super product. Let's now go into our natural testosterone booster. Now, this product is very, very important. Let me give you a little bit of analogy about how important it is. Now, as a man, one of the things that we need to know, which we never knew before, is that the same way that women go into menopause, men actually go into menopause as well. Now, what does this mean? Our own is not called menopause, it's called andropause. Now, that starts happening to the man when he starts becoming the age of from 25 upwards. Now, menopause at the andropause here means lower, means you developing lower testosterone in your system. Now, when that happens to you, your sexuality will drop. Actually, research has shown that the more we grow as men, our fertility level starts to drop. But the more, our sexual activity drops, desire and all those things drop. But for the women, the more they grow, the more sexual active it is. That is why today, if you go in any family where there are problems, you find out that there are two things that are causing problem. One of them is money, which they mention all the time. The second one is the issue of the bedroom matter, which they cannot tell you because it's not something that they discuss easily. But thank God for the man. Ali Heart is here to help. Now, Ali Heart is the natural testosterone booster made from Tonkat Ali, which is also known as the Malaysian ginseng. Traditionally used for numerous ailments since the 19th century. This is an amazing product that we can, as men, cannot afford not to have. And if you talk about Tonkat Ali, there are many products in the market today that claim to have Tonkat Ali, but the difference between them and our own, between our products and their own, is that most of them produce their stuff from the plants. Most of them produce their things from different types, but we produce our own from the roots of the best of them, which are found in the Malaysian rainforest, not in Vietnam, Indonesia, or Thailand, but our own comes from the Malaysian rainforest, which is one of the most conserved rainforests in the world. So I'm not asking you not to Google. You can go ahead and Google it and find out for yourself. What are the product benefits? It prevents osteoporosis in men. What is osteoporosis? Osteoporosis is weakness of the bone. The bones are not just, they act up all the time, very weak. It also improves liver function. For those of you who drink or have cigarette and you have liver issues, this is a product that is going to help to prevent your liver collapsing as much as possible. It also relieves stress, and thereby improving your sleep. Like places like, when you live in Nigeria, definitely you know that you're going to get yourself ready for stress. So with this kind of product, you are rest assured that you're going to improve. Your sleep will be improved. I have had a lot of testimonies of that from many of our partners all over the nations of the world where we have people. By the way, I didn't tell us that we are actually live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are also live on Twitter, and we're also live on LinkedIn. So many people I'm sure, are joining us from across the nations of the world. So if you're joining us there, thank you very much for coming. Now Ali Heart increases your muscle strength. You don't have to become a 2-minute man. It will help to increase your strength. It enhances energy and vitality, and it improves male fertility for as much as 40% within the first 2 weeks. But recommendation we have is for a 90-day back-to-back treatment, which is about 3 bottles of Ali Heart. It will improve a lot in your body. And Ali Heart comes in a bottle of 60 capsules. Now, these are the things, the uniqueness of the product. Number one, it is originally from the Malaysian rainforest. Don't forget that. That means that we have the highest active ingredients in there, because it's not like one of those ones that they just cut all the time. It is freeze dried. This is important because when you freeze dry instead of heat drying, remember it's from plants. If you freeze dry it, it helps to conserve most active ingredients in it. The yield is very high. The high yield extraction method is very high. So we still have retaining inside the 30 to 40% of the active ingredients, and it is natural and safe because it has been proven so, and it has also been proven very, very good for you after the clinical test. So if you have not used it, go use it. You will understand what I'm talking about. The next product is Femtima. Femtima is a natural approach to women's health. We call it the twin sister of Virgin. Yes, that's what we call it. It's an amazing product as well. What does it do? It creates probiotics in the women. Probiotics are like probiotics removes what the antibiotics will normally do, because like I tell people, antibiotics kills both the good and the bad bacteria, but probiotics are those ones, when they come into you, they eliminate killing, the good bacteria and just deals with the bad bacteria. And it is very, very good for the natural woman. It is oral, just like the Ali Heart, and it's an amazing product made from the Kachi Fatima roots, which of course you can also Google and find out. Scientific study found that the probiological activity of Kachi Fatima are due to the presence of phytoestrogen, that is plant estrogen, that is naturally found in this plant. That is why this plant was used. So this product is an amazing, amazing product for the modern day woman. So if you are a modern day woman out there, this is your product. This is what you are going to get when you use this product. It will help to regulate your menstrual cycle. It will help to tighten and lubricate the intimate section. It will help to enhance sexual function. It helps to alleviate menopausal symptoms. So when you have all the hot flushes and everything, this product will help deal with them. It helps the woman to regain their body strength. It helps them to maintain a healthy female reproductive system. It helps to reduce postmenopausal cardiovascular risk, which we see the hot flushes and all those things that comes with that. And then it also prevents postmenopausal osteoporosis in women and protects skin from UVB rays. That is the rays of the sun. Now, somebody would tell me, what if men use it? Yes, I have used it myself. And one thing I can tell you is that it helps you to glow. It's actually made for women. When women use it, it helps them to glow. I was asking a doctor friend, he says, no, when you use it to help you to glow, and actually did, and found out it made my skin to glow, and it was really, really beneficial. Now, what is uniqueness of the product? Just like the Ali Heart, originally from the Malaysian rainforest, scientifically proven to be efficient, freeze-dried, powdered, natural, and safe, and it is suitable for everyone. Okay, now let's go to another of our product called the Immeri coffees. These are one of our newest products that have come into the market. So if you are a coffee lover, welcome to the world of Immeri full life coffee. It comes in ginseng, which is an amazing root. Ginseng is a herb. It's a herbal supplement that has been used in China since the ancient times. It is commonly used for its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties, as well as to help regulate your blood sugar. So it is not like the caffeine thing that we used to have. This one, the caffeine content is so low that it does not affect you negatively. It is also believed to help in brain function, boost your immune system, as well as to help improve erectile dysfunction in men. So when you're having erectile dysfunction, this might be one of the coffees with the Ali Heart. They will help you. It is antioxidant, reduces inflammation, helps increase memory, retention, and focus. It also helps control blood pressure, improves erectile dysfunction, and boosts endurance. It boosts body immune system, fights tiredness, and increases energy level, and supports stamina, and helps you to endure. The next flavor we'll talk about is the Ganoderma. Ganoderma lucidium is grown commonly in the tropical regions and have been used in traditional Asian medicine for its anti-inflammatory, antiviral, hyperglycemic, and just a minute. Let me do this. To treat number of ailments, including fever, erectile dysfunction, and infections. It helps, among other things, to increase the production of testosterone, improve sexual health and libido, helps to stimulate loss of weight and body fat, reduces stress, anger, and improves mood, among other things. So you can, it's just an amazing product that is going to, help you become mighty. Can you imagine having all this just in your cup of coffee. Now we have the Tonkat Ali, which is an amazing product known as Malaysian ginseng. Tonkat Ali is native in the Southeast Asia and is often used to treat a number of ailments, including fevers, erectile dysfunction, and infections. It helps to do a lot of things, like you can see on the board. Then we have the last products, the last one is a combination of Tonkat Ali and Ganoderma in one. It's just wonderful. And they also come with sugar and without sugar. Right now in the market, we have less of the without sugars. That doesn't mean we can't find them, but we have new stock coming in, but we have them. Amazing products. I'm not going to be talking about this because right now, we don't have them much in the market, but it's our sanitary towel with 9 layers protection. Nine layers protection. We'll be doing much on it when we get it back again. It's the best in the world today, and it's most of the sanitary towels that we have in the market today have 3 layers, but this one came with 9 layers, so it ensures maximum protection for the woman. Award-winning products. We have award-winning products. All our products are winning awards, and the company also have awards, and all our products are registered with FDA and NAFDAC. So whatever product that you have today, you don't have to stress yourself because it is good enough and they are registered for you. Now let's get into the next session, which talks about the money. Now, if you're ready for the money, I just want you to type in the comment section. Just type 111 in the comment section so that I will know that you are ready. We've tried to speak about a few of the products. We still have the other one called Flexis, which is presently in Ghana and will come into the Nigerian market very soon. So if you are with us, the 5 people on the call, just type 111 for me, and let's take it up from there, because we are going to talk about MONEY. All right, let's go. When you come into Immeri, one thing that you will need to know as a person is to understand that there's something we call the leaderboards and membership ranking. Now, this is very important so that you will be able to know, very much ready. Thank you very much. Now you'll be able to know what the business is all about. Like I tell people, information is key in everything you are doing. For any business you're going to get involved in, don't just get involved, get information, because when you get information, you'll be able to know whether to put your money in there or whether to wait. But in this one, we are able to give you a lot of information. Now, one of the information is to tell you, if you look at the left-hand side, you'll see it says we succeed by helping others to succeed. What it means is that I'm doing what I'm doing today because I want you to succeed. I want to give you enough information, because without it, you will just carry products and sell and get frustrated along the way. And also, let us understand that our business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. No, it's a business that you have to build on. And I've seen people who have built it for 10 months and they are already multimillionaires. I've seen people who have built it for 3 years, they're already multimillionaires. I've seen people who have built it, for the last 5 years and they are already multimillionaires. Also, there are people who have built it for that period and they are frustrated. Now, why is that different? Because they do not have the actual information. They believe that money can buy them everything. But here today, I am trying as much as possible to give us every information that we need so that we are able to go out there and not suffer the fate of a lot of people. When you come into Immeri, you're coming into a business where you are going to be on 4 boards, namely the pre-associate board, the associate board, the executive board, and the manager's board. After that, you now move to become a director in the business. You do 1-star, 2-star, 3-star directorship. Then you go into the ambassadorial level where you become a sapphire ambassador. You become an emerald ambassador. Then you cap it up with what we'll call the icing on the cake, the diamond ambassador. But in each one of them, you go into what we call a synergistic system where you are able to join hands with people that are there, help them to become leaders. Some people also help you to become leaders. And by so doing, we help each other to win. That is what makes our business very, very peculiar. So welcome to the world of Immeri International. Immeri International, you are able to earn on 12 lucrative in 12 different levels, namely, actually there are 13, but the 13th one is the what we call the retail business, which we are going to go into shortly. So we have the 12 areas. We have namely the sponsors bonus, the jumpstart bonus, team bonus, elite bonus, promotion bonus, leadership bonus, director development bonus, same rank bonus. We have the repeat sales bonus, travel incentive, car reward, and we also have the house reward. So interesting. And let me tell you one thing you're going to notice. I'm not asking you not to go and find out. Go and find out. You will see that what we have is better than most of the payouts that we have out there from similar companies. Because it's not about what is promised, actually about what is actually paid. And in the last 5 years, Immeri has not failed anybody who has earned anything. We have paid them real time. In the retail business, which is the 13th bonus point, we in the retail, you make between 24 and 31% in selling. Now, for the reason of this one, sorry, I'll quickly apologize for this. I'm going to be using the US dollars, which of course many of you know how much it is today. If you're doing any calculation, we are going to be using 450 to the naira, which is what the bank rate is from what I heard. So if you're going to do your calculations and multiplication, you'll be using about 450. But after this time, if we need to get it in naira, definitely will make that available for you. Now, if you come into the business, for instance, using the associate package, you will be spending the sum of 875 US dollars, which is about 323,000 naira. But that is just the highest package, it's not the lowest. We will get to the lowest package as we continue to go. Now, when you do that, and for instance, you decide to come into the business with our flagship product called Virgin, the company will give you 23 boxes, which is 23 times 6 tubes. When you calculate them, you know how many we are talking about. Now, it will come to you at the cost price of $37.63. Now, when you do it, when you now sell up those products, you at $54.74, you would have made the sum of 1,259 US dollars 2 cents. Now, when you remove your 875, your profit will be 384 US dollars, 2 cents. Now, the company now says, if you decide to now repurchase the product, not register it, you decide to repurchase the product at the same amount of 875 US dollars. Now, we will now throw in a 30% discount to you and give those products, give you 33 boxes instead of the 23. So actually, you're going to have 10 extra, and the selling price has not reduced at all. It will still be $54.74, which is 20,000 in naira. So when you finish selling that, now you're going to have about 1,806 over 1,806 US dollars. And when you subtract your 875 US dollars, you would have made over that money. So it's like more than 100% profit when you are rebuying, because you would have made 900, and you would have made 931 US dollars. When you manufacture, when you multiply it by 450, you will get the bank rate of how much that will come. Now, Immeri is a company that pays you at 3 levels. Now, for instance, we have 3 levels of coming into the business, like the startup, which is for people who are curious, who just want to try out the waters or use the product. When you come in with that, with the sum of 87.5 US dollars, which is 33,000 naira. Yes, 33,000 naira. The company says, welcome, you, give you an account in the business, and on your first level, you are given 10%. No, it's a business that on 10, you earn 10% on the 3 packages if you are on your first level. So if you have 20, 30, 100, 1,000 people on your first level, you're going to be making 10% of every of their investment. But on the startup package, which is the lowest of the packages, you're going to make it on 1 level level. Then on the classic package, which is a bit more expensive, you will make it on your first level. Then on the second level talks about you either maybe your person you bring in brings another person, you're going to get 5%. So you're going to get 10% from the first and 5% from the second. Now, if you come in with the agency package, which is the largest package, you will make 10% on the first level. Second level, you make 5%, and on the third level, you will make 5%. That is 20% from all of them. It is super. So decide how many of them do you want at each time. But let me quickly talk about this one, which is so interesting. It just came in, called the Jumpstart bonus. The Jumpstart bonus is a bonus that you get if you come into the business and within a period of 30 days, bring in 3 people to join you on any of the packages. What is any of the packages? The company decides to pay you double. After paying you the sponsors bonus, they still pay you another bonus. Isn't that amazing? So if you earn 10% from the sponsors bonus, the company will now give you another 10% because you brought in your people in a window in a window of 30 days. What it means is that if this is you and you bring in ABC within a period of 30 days, you will get 10% in 2 places. Then if you, so basically it's a 30-day period, not a month, but 30 days, because in some months we have 28, some months we have 29, and some months we have 31, but it is a 30-day period. Now, this is how this is done. If you bring it within a 30-day period, you will earn extra 10% on each one of them. But if you don't bring them, you will earn 10% on the ones that fall into the month and also earn your. So basically, you're earning both your sponsors bonus and your Jumpstart bonus at the same time if they fall into the period of 30 days. But if they don't fall into the period of 30 days, you will earn just the sponsors bonus and you will not earn the Jumpstart bonus. Well, for your information, I have an account that earned the Jumpstart bonus just yesterday. That is what we are talking about, because it came in within a 30-day period. Now let's get into the money fully. In Immeri, we do not do binary system. We don't do unit level. We don't do matrix. We don't do hybrid. No, we do what we call the synergistic business plan, or the synergistic board breaking plan, which Immeri itself as a company devised. And it has worked for us. Many people have tried to play on it, but the majority of those companies died after 6 months because they do not understand how it works. Let me quickly say that Immeri is the only company I know that gives out over 80% of its gross earnings every year to partners. Yes, that is why we have over 650,000 people on our business module today. And that is amazing. I believe that those of you hearing us today will be part of the increase of that 650,000. All right. Whenever you come into Immeri, you're going to come into the board game. And when you come into the board, we call it a 16-man tax board. When you come, but first thing is this: when you come in, you don't ever start any board. No. When you come into the business, you will always find 7 people that also have a leader called the elite or the elite, as the case may be. Now, what you need to do when you come in, of course, you're going to be among the, maybe the 8th person, the 9th person, the 10th or 11th person, the 12th or the 13th person, or the 14th person. You can even be the one that will be the 15th person and become significant. Now, why is this significant? Because number one, when you have the 15th person, well, before then, let me quickly say that the job of the people coming in is very simple. It's just to bring in a minimum of 1 person, Then when we have the 14th person, another person is allowed to bring in just 1 more person and the board breaks. Now, when the board breaks, it's going to break into 2. Now, when it breaks into 2, we are going to have what we call the board A and the board B, which will also have a leader. And every other person will be divided in there according to their qualification. What am I talking about? Now, if you look at the board that we have, you will have the elite there who is getting to be promoted. Now, when this 15th person comes in, this elite moves to a higher board, as you can see the arrow indicating. Then you will have for somebody like Dan having 2. The 2 you see there their number of people they brought into the business. You have Joy with one person, you have Betty with two people, you have Solo with nobody, you have Temi with three people, James have nobody, and then we have David with nobody. Anne has two, Gina has one, Tolu has nobody, Ruth has one, Clem has one, Lona has got nobody, and Joyce have nobody. She just came in, so she wouldn't have had anybody at that point in time. Now, but what happens when the board is going to break? Because this one has gone, this elite has gone on a higher board, there's going to be a promotion. That promotion is that a leader for the next two boards will be chosen. And the only qualification for choosing those leaders is by finding who has more qualifications or more people than the other. Now, when you look at this board, you find out that this person, Temi, as I put my cursor on, has got more people than Dan, Betty, Joy, and Anne, Gina, and Ruth, and Clem. So now the system is going to choose her as the first leader or the first elite in the next board. Now, but we have a challenge here, and I'm going to throw that question. When we have a tie amongst the people in this place, who do you think that the board is going to choose? Now, Baba and Mama Arrow, you are not permitted to answer in this thing, and Pastor Mike, you are also not permitted to answer. Baba Arrow, you can ask your people there. Who do you think should be chosen? We have Joy, Dan has two, Betty has two, Anne has two. Who should the system choose and why? Can anybody from the studio in Abuja tell us, or anybody that is just joining us for the first time, quickly unmute their microphone and tell us who and why? Apart from these people that I have mentioned now. Hello? Okay, let's go on. When there is a tie, the system is going to choose the most oldest amongst them. And in this case, the person that is most, okay, let me see. Okay, even while I'm here, Mr. Maruf, the first to get into that position. Yes, you are right. And not just getting into the position, he is also the first to come into the business. He came into the business before the others. You're right, Mr. Maruf. Very, very good. Even here where I'm doing the presentation, I have one of my brothers who is also listening, and he told me the same thing. So you are right. So let's see if we are right, and that person is Dan. Dan is the one that is chosen. Now watch this. The system will now divide every other one that is there into 7 people each ways. Then we are going to start a new circle. You know, the business will start a new circle again of getting another 8 people to fill the board. Isn't that easy? So how difficult could it be just getting one person, and one person just succeeds in getting 2? So that is how interesting it is. Now let's put money to it, okay? Because if we talk, we don't put money to it, then it doesn't make sense. Now we are now going to use the associate board as a case in point. Now, when you get to the associate board is a board that we call the no work, no chop board. What it means is that when you come into this board and you don't have anybody on that board, the company will not pay you anything. Okay, the company will not pay you a dime until you bring somebody from your pre-associate or your classic board to join you there. But the day they come in to join you there, the company will give you the sum of $3.50 for each one of them. Now watch, because you have brought in one person, you now qualify to earn that by 8 people. How does it happen? Because we do a synergy type of thing. It simply means at that point in time, whether you're the one that brought them or not, it doesn't matter. Each time they drop into the box, into the board, the company will pay you the sum of $3.50. Then in one circle, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once this place is filled, you would have made the sum of $28 US, which you can withdraw from your back office at any time. Now you are also permitted to stay on this very board for 20 cycles. 20 cycles is this, that times 15 times, that's 20 times of this times 20. You can stay there and you still continue to earn. You get as much as 560 US dollars if you wait. But sometimes it doesn't pay to wait because there are people waiting for you whom you need to help. Now, when you help them and they come on board and join you in that place, if the second person comes, the company will now pay you the sum of 7 US dollars for every one of them. Isn't that wonderful? You would have expected the company to pay you the sum of 350 for each of them. No, but the company pays you the sum of 7 US dollars for each of them. Then in one cycle, it will be 56 US dollars. And in 10 cycles, that is 1,120 US dollars. But if you have 3 and above, the company will pay you the sum of $10.50 on each of them. And in one circle, that would be 84 US dollars. And in 20 circles, that is 1,680 US dollars. But in Immeri, leadership pays. Okay, leadership pays. Now, when you become the leader of that board, that you become this elite, the company instantly gives you the sum of 122 US dollars 50 cents. Okay, now after that, where you will be entitled to your team bonus when you start, when the board is getting here, you'll be entitled to your team bonus to the tune of $24.50, and that will amount to 171 US dollars 50 cents. After that, you wait for this one to happen. When this person comes in, we call it the golden handshake. It's from the golden boy or the golden girl. Once this one fills up, because you are the leader, the company will pay you the sum of what? 73 US dollars 50 cents. Now, are you adding? Now, and because that has happened, you will now earn again what we call the promotion bonus to the tune of 122 US dollars 50 cents. So altogether, for finishing this board, you would have made the sum of 490 US dollars. Now, are you calculating? So you can see that this is a business that pays you. And now let me quickly mention this. Whatever money you earned here has nothing to do with what you earned on this side. They are independent of each one of them. And this, to tell you, does not have anything to do with the profit you would have made from the sales of your products. No, it has nothing to do with that. So in Immeri, you get amazing this thing. Then you get promoted to the executive board. Now, the executive board has the same similarity as the associate board. The only difference is that here you are seen as an executive. You are seen as a leader. I am presently on this very board. I graduated into it about 2-3 weeks ago. And when you get in here, the company now sees you as a leader. So what do they do? Unlike the other one, where you are entitled to, you're not entitled to get anything if you don't bring anybody here. If you bring the first person, you are entitled. The company will pay you this. If you don't get anybody, immediately you come in. If anybody drops in, and whether they are from you or not, the company will pay you the sum of $12.25, and you are entitled to earn that in 8 places, which is one circle, and that will be 98 US dollars. You are also, in that place, then the system shuts down, waiting for you to help the people on your associate board to come onto the board, come and meet you on that board. So when that happens, immediately that happens, the system will open up this thing for you. Then you will now be entitled to earn in 10 circles. So once you bring in one person, you can now earn in 10 circles to the tune of $24.50. First of all, times 8, which is 196 US dollars. Then in 10 circles, if you're not doing anything, you're just sitting down there, 10 circles, you make 1,960 US dollars. When you help your second person to come and join you there, you will earn the sum of 38 US dollars 75 cents for each of them. In 10, in 8, in one circle, that is 294 US dollars. In 10 circles, that is 2,940 US dollars. But when you become the leader which is this elite, immediately the company gives you the sum of 1,225 US dollars. And remember, like I told you, you will now qualify for your team bonus times 7 people, and that is to the tune of 245 US dollars each. That is 1,715 US dollars. After that, we have the golden handshake, which happens when the 15th person drops in, and that is to the tune of 735 US dollars. And then the promotion bonus will come in, and that is 1,225 US dollars. So totaling, when you are done with this, you would have earned the sum of 4,900 US dollars. This is what I am chasing presently, and I'm working very hard. That is why I'm talking to you, so that you can come into the business and loosen and help me activate my 4,900 US dollars. And I trust God that you will. So welcome. That's why I am shouting, and I'm ready to talk until you people come in. Okay. All right. Now, after that, you move to the manager's board. Now, the manager's board is another board that looks like the executive board. How? In the sense that if you come in here and you have not brought in anybody, the company will pay you the sum of 980 US, it will pay you some of 122 US dollars 50 cents, whether you brought the people or not. And if you're just there and the 8 people come in, you earn the sum of 980 US dollars. But then the system will wait for you to bring in people from your executive board. Now, once that person comes in, the company gives you the sum of 245 US dollars, and you can earn that by 8 people to the tune of 1,960. Then in 10 seconds, which opens up for you, that is 19,600 US dollars. Is it visible? Yes, many people have earned it, and more people are going to earn it. All right. When you bring in 2 or more people, you get entitled to earning the sum of $367.50 into by 8 people, which will amount to 2,940 US dollars. If you stay for 10 seconds, that will be 29,400 US dollars. But remember, like what I said, in the business, leadership pays. So you don't wait, you just move ahead and become a leader. Because when you become this man on red, you would have earned yourself the sum of 12,250 US dollars one-time payment. Oh, that is amazing. Now, if you earn that in the present day Nigeria, you know what you're going to do with it. After that, you qualify for your team bonus, which is going to be to the tune of 2,450 US dollars times 7 people, and that is 17,150 US dollars. Then remember, we talked about this 15th person that always brings in the golden handshake, and that is the tune, we call it the tax number 15 bonus, which is to the tune of 7,350 US dollars. And don't forget your promotion bonus, which is 12,250. So all together, I cannot wait to be here. I'm telling you, I want to quickly finish and be able to get here. You're not talking about 49,000 US dollars. My goodness, people have earned this, and they keep earning it. And I and you will not be an exception. After this, let's look at our success part. For instance, if you start with the 32,000 stuff, you're going to be here. But when you move up and you continue to be leader, you would have earned on this one, end here, end here, end here. And all together, one thing that you're going to earn by the time you become an elite manager is you would have earned the sum of 54,425 US dollars minimum, and it will be guaranteed. Now, remember, let me also say that this has nothing to do with your product profit, the profit you made from selling your products. All right, but that is not the end of the leadership. When you get to the rank of executive manager and director, you qualify for our leadership bonuses. And these bonuses are real time, and they calculate them daily. Now, when your direct sponsor member is promoted to the same ranking as you, you will be entitled to the bonus below. Now, example is when you're an executive, you start earning from executive. When you're an executive and you help somebody become an executive, the company pays you 122 US dollars 50 cents. When you are a manager and you help somebody become a manager, you earn the sum of 1,225 US dollars. And when you become a director and you help your person to become a director, you will get a whooping 12,250 US dollars. Now, somebody says, what if I'm an executive and I help somebody, my downline becomes a director? Then you don't worry, because you are still going to earn this money, but the company will keep it for you until you become a director. Okay, I hope that is understood. Now, after that, we'll come to the one we call the $1 million bonus, this thing called the repeat sales bonus. Now, we do not do auto ship in Immeri, but Immeri pays you for buying products. How do they do that? Each time you buy products, even as somebody who came in on the startup package, you still earn 5% to your second level. The only thing you need to do is to buy products worth 100 PV to just open it up and you earn it. Now, when you come on the classic board, which is the second entry board, you, after getting 10% from the discount entitlement, you are still promised 5% to the fifth level. In this one is to the second level. On the classic package is to the fifth generation. And all you need to do is to buy products of 200 PV at the beginning of every month to use by yourself. Then if it is, you come on the agency package, which is the biggest one, 322 US dollars, where you get a 30% discount after that. And of course, when you buy products of 400 PV, you open up, and be able to earn 5% to your 10th generation, and it is also compressed from the 14th generation so that you'll be able to earn well. This is calculated every day, and it's paid once a month. That is on the 5th day of the following month. So if you're a member, you've not done your own, go and do it, because you're going to need it. Okay. Now, in Immeri, we believe in everybody traveling. So what the company has done is, just anytime you buy product, the company gives out an extra 2% of your repeat sales bonus. So apart from the 5% you have there, the company still push aside 2% on every one of them, calculated monthly and valid for 3 years. So anytime the company has got trips, you can cash in these points and use it to join. If it's enough, you go on the trip. If it's not enough, you add money to it and travel with the company. There are other income streams. When you become a director, you have the director development bonus. When you bring somebody to your rank, you have the same rank bonus. Okay. And then for the people in the upper class, they can also travel, because 3% of their same rank bonus and director development bonus have been put aside to make sure, calculated daily and valid for 3 years, make sure that they are able to travel more. Now, for those of you who like traveling like I do, when you become an elite manager, you qualify for a travel worth 1,225 US dollars. When you become a one-star director, it increases to 2,275 US dollars. And then when you become a 3-star director and above, then you no more get those monies. It will now be going on travel points. That is 3% from your director development and the your same rank bonus. Immeri as well. These are the pictures of some of our people who have gone. This is going to be edited very soon to include those ones that just came back from Dubai. These are our people from Africa who have gone. In Immeri, we have 2 car rewards. The first one is when you become a director and the car is worth 17,500 US dollars. You must buy and drive. In this place, when you become an elite manager, they will start asking you how far, where do you want to car to be bought? In Immeri, you invoice it and the company pays. And it is not bought in the name of the company, it is bought in your name. In your name. So you are not you're not forced to brand it. If you want to brand it, that's your choice. But we buy it, you drive it. Then when you cannot collect the money. No, you have to drive it. Then when you become a 3-star director, you qualify for another car to the tune of 35,000 US dollars. That you can decide to collect the money and the company will give to you. But one thing our people do is that when they qualify for the first car, because they've made over 100,000 US dollars, what do? They decide to buy their own machine, and so that when the other one comes, they just put the money in their pocket. So if you like cars like I do, Immeri is your business. Two of them are waiting for you. These are pictures of our people who have won the car from Ghana. You can see the cars you see in front of the pictures are their own. Some of these cars, if you go to our office in Lagos, you will see them because they come in with them in Nigeria. Some of these people are widows. Some of them, are homemakers. Some of them are just ordinary people like you. And like I said, the youngest girl that became a director is this young lady who was an undergraduate, 24 years old when she got into the business, made over 100,000 and got herself the latest model, limited model of Toyota Corona. And the day she actually did that, she wasn't even able to drive. She came and they put an L on the car. Isn't it amazing? An undergraduate just to be able to do that. So you can see that Immeri does not limit you. You can come in at any time and become the amazing person that we always want you to be. Now, the icing on the cake is the house, the penthouse in Malaysia. Some of our people have gone to Malaysia to see this penthouse. It's already built, and trust me, you are gonna like it. And it's worth 300,000 US dollars. And it doesn't come alone, guys. It comes with my Malaysia second home multiple entry visa up to 10 years for you and your family members. But should you say that you do not want it, now the company will then give you a sum of 150,000 US dollars cash to use in building your own house anywhere you want to build it. But trust me, I do not want 150,000 US dollars. So I want the house. Now, when I get the house, trust me, I'll give it to expatriates and earn dollars every month. So if you don't like that, that is your problem. That is what I'm going to do. So that is it. Okay, that is my business. Now, what are the things you start to gain when you become a partner with Immeri? Number one, real-time bonus payment. Your bonus payment comes to you immediately. You earn it. If you earn it, you get it. There's no public holiday, nothing whatsoever. System is down. Immeri will tell you. Pastor Mike Epa is here. He will tell you when you earn it. Go to your back office, you're going to get it. You start earning team bonus from one simple qualification. You don't have to put one person on the right, put the other one on the left. That they will pay you what they call the pay leg, not the power leg. No, we don't do those legs because we know that legs do not balance. No monthly volume target to maintain. We don't have to. We don't have any flushing of points. In some businesses, they do that. We don't have no binary system. By so doing, you don't have leg balancing because we know no matter how you try to balance the legs are not going to balance. So forget balancing. There's no compulsory monthly auto ship. Instead, we'll pay you anytime you buy our products for yourself. Training and mentorship goes on every day of the week. I'm telling you, it goes on every day. As I'm talking, when I'm done with this one, around 8 p.m., there is a meeting going on. If not for something, we're supposed to be doing a meeting by 7:30, but thank God we are doing this one right now. And it takes the place of the meeting we're supposed to do this evening. But you do not want to miss next week, Sunday. Oh, next week, Sunday, we are introducing something new. We are introducing a topic called Make Millions with the Immeri AAA Plus business. You do not want to miss that. Okay, we have training and mentorship programs available, and we have online back office to help you track the progress of your business. So you don't need anybody to track it for you. You can just go back to your back line and see what is happening there. In Immeri, you earn direct and indirect bonuses. You also have true car reward incentive. You have a travel reward incentive, and you have house reward incentive. And all our products are registered with the FDA, NAFDAC in all the countries where we operate. Now, let me ask you this question, which is for everyone that is here today. Are you ready to own your life? Are you tired of being bossed around by everybody? Are you ready to be your own boss? Oh yes, be your own boss. Wake up where you want to wake up, eat what you want to eat. Are you ready to control your own destiny? Trust me, my answer to all this is yes. And are you ready to achieve those dreams that you have had, whether there is inflation or not? What is happening? Oh dear.
Hello? Oh, sorry for that. The network must have. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you, Pastor Mike.
Yes, please just hold on briefly. It must have encountered some network glitches that has caused him to go off. But actually, he's almost already at the end of the presentation. That's just about like the last slide.
Yeah.
You know, talked about wanting to own your own life, being your own boss, you know, having your own, taking charge of your finances. Considering the kind of country in which we are today, it's become very important. It's become very crucial that each and every one of us should have an additional source of income. And Immeri provides that great opportunity for each and every one of us to have, that additional source of income. For instance, you look at what is happening today, the government is complaining of dwindling revenues. With such a situation, it's going to be difficult for those in the civil service, especially who want to agitate for a salary increase, to have it, because government will be complaining that there's no money to pay. But where we have other sources of income, you know, when you get your salary, which unfortunately is no longer taking many people home, you get that coupled with what you are making, coupled with what you are getting from your other sources of income. When you put all together, you discover that it makes it possible. It makes it possible and easy for you to live the life that you want to live. So in essence, that is just what Dr. King has been trying to present to all of you that are on this call. You know, in Immeri, it's often said opportunities are never missed. Why? The opportunity that is presented to somebody and he didn't take, another person will gladly take that opportunity. I strongly believe that after today's presentation, you will want to make the most of this opportunity. You will get back to the person that invited you and talk with him. Well, that's just the presentation in a nutshell. So if there are any questions, I'm sure I will be able to take the questions while we wait for Dr. King. Hello. If you have any questions, please, you can unmute and ask. Are we clear with what Dr. King has presented? Hello?
Yeah, I think it's clear enough.
It's clear, right?
Very clear. But I was expecting some of our people to ask some clarifications.
Okay, you mean the people who are there with you, right?
Yeah, even those online.
Okay,
Mr.
okay.
Mr. Maruf, Reverend Dr. Ayo, do you have questions?
Reverend Ayo has dropped off.
Oh.
But Maruf is still here.
Mr. Maruf, you can ask your question.
Yeah, actually, I came in late, so I wouldn't know the question to even ask. I think the question I'll ask is, I think I saw the part of you start with like 300,000 or something like that for one of the levels or so. But then how how what's the pace like to get these products? Uh, should I say out of your store, you know, getting people to buy them or people to use them, since it's something I went to the website and then I saw that that Virgin is actually a new product, something like that. I saw new on their website. So for example, now how do you get people to, because it's turnover we're looking at. So how do you get people to welcome the idea, welcome the products, so that you can also move? You know, just tying down maybe 300,000, and someone can, God forbid, someone can just be there and then not move. Because at least I've seen some of this incentive, or what they call it, programs. Though the way you explained it, you say there's no what they call it, there's no binary system, there is
Yes.
no. So I saw some of those parts, but then,
Okay.
well, because I came in late, so I think that's just it.
Okay.
Dr. King is
Sorry,
here.
guys.
Yes. Mhm.
Before we start taking the questions, let me try and finish up. Then I'll be
Okay,
able
better.
to answer those questions because it's important. I heard what you're saying, but let me not answer it first. Let me just deal with this.
Yes.
These are the areas you can use to come into the business. The first, which we call for the curious ones, we call it the startup package. You know, where you are coming with the sum of $87.50, which is 33,000. Like I told you, and you're able to get products. Preferably, I always recommend the coffees to our people, which of course you can drink, and then when you sell them, you're talking about, it's health coffees. Actually, you're talking about making about 49,000 naira, on it. So basically, you're going to make some profits from that. Then the second one is the $175 package, which is the classic package, which also, okay, the first one gives you an account with 5% lifetime discounts. When you're buying products, again, it will give you 5% lifetime discount. The second one is the $175 package, which is 64,500. All this excludes shipping, the cost of bringing it to you. But whatever you spend, you still make profit from the product level. That's one thing I always tell people. You make profit from the product level. So even if, like I tell people, because people will always say, I know, I expected that question to come, which is why I am doing this right now. The products you have is enough to actually give you profit on what you're doing, because every money you pay for registration is more or less like you paying for your own products. You're giving products that is worth more than the money that you have paid. So by the time you either use or sell some of your products, you would have made your money back. So on the classic package, you get 10% lifetime discount. Then also when it comes to the associate package, which is 875 or 323,000 US dollars, you're talking about the agency package, which gives you one account and 30% discount thereafter. Now, let me quickly say this. You can move from here to here. You can also move from here to here. That's important. So anybody chooses where to start from. But if you ask us, we'll recommend to you to start off from here, but we are not discouraging you from starting from anywhere because our pockets are not the same. So everybody should know where their pockets is If you want to try out the business, try it out with something small. If you want to get into it, because let me tell you one thing, that's why we said something about information. Don't just do business because they said it's going to give you profit. Do business, get information about that business, then you'll be able to know how it's going to pay you, because it's not just about selling products, but selling of those products are part of the deal. But what we can tell you is that the products work. So if the product works, definitely what you're going to know is that people are going to ask you for them, but they will not ask you for them if you don't tell them what you have. Because if you don't tell them what you have, you're just like somebody who opens up a shop, closes it, closes the door, and they expect people to come in. So the issue of advertisement, which the best one is you using your mouth, is also very, very needful. So that's important. Those are the other informations you are going to learn as you keep working on your business. Whilst you're working on your business, you are going to learn this ones, and that's important. Okay, fine. Are you seeing my screen now? Somebody says they are not seeing my screen.
Yeah, we can see now.
Okay,
yes.
That's good. So these are the packages. So that is it for Immeri. And I am going to just allow you, because I know many of you have been yearning to ask questions. Those of you in Abuja, those of you in your state, and anywhere you joined us from, those of you online, you can also drop your questions, and we will gladly answer them. So Mr. Maruf, you can actually ask that question now. If I have not answered it already, then we'll now be able to answer you adequately. Thank you very much. Now you can unmute now.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody.
Any questions? Okay.
Yes.
Afternoon.
Okay. So, like I said earlier, I think I'm seeing 87.5, 175, and 875 for each of those for different packages. Yes. So the question I asked was, when I joined, I saw you talking about Virgin. I don't really know what it is for. I came in a bit late into the meeting.
A bit late, okay.
I slept off. So
no, that's fine.
So then the question is, well, this to me is my first time of hearing Immeri. That's the first.
Okay.
Then the product, I don't know them. I don't know what they are for, what they can be used for. So now, and then let's now say I've done my own research from your own presentation as well. I've gotten satisfied, and then now, what is the turnover time, the approximate turnover time for this product? Because I've heard of some, let me not mention their names, and of course I know we are familiar with some of those organizations that come up. In the letter, and you said something about your own is not a binary system. It doesn't depend solely on one person or your group team, your group members for you to scale or something like that. It's your work that gives you your profit and makes you move forward. So I mean, just need a little clarification. One on the
about
how to sell the products, how to estimated or approximate turnover for your whatever you have bought that you need to dispatch out to yes.
Okay. Well, let me quickly start by saying, number one, you came in a little bit late, so you may not have much information about some of because of our product, because I spoke about close to seven products, and we have some other ones that are coming. Now, the turnover period is not determined by us; it's entirely determined by you. We have people who have, if you're talking about turnover when it comes to products, the issue is, first of all, we can tell you authoritatively that our products have been used. But Virgin, for instance, which is for women, have been used by over 1 million women in the countries that we are in. And that is within the first 3 years that it came into the market. Now, over 1 million simply means we have sold over 1 million boxes. That is over 6 million tubes. All right. Now, what that tells you is that it's used. I've not heard of a product that got sold that amount within that short time. That is why we had the award from Brand Lorette International, as the best halal range. So our product is safe for even Muslim women, is safe for the Jew, is safe for everyone. So the turnover period for me is in the first product that you actually get. Now, how do you advertise your product? That also depends on each person, which is why knowledge is extremely important. If you have enough knowledge, you should not have a problem with that. Like, for instance, one of the instruments I use to market my stuff is social media. I use social media to do a lot of my marketing, and it works for me. And I use one-on-one, like I'm talking right now. For me, as far as I'm concerned, it will be good for everyone here to try our product. It's very important and very needful, because we are products of our product. What it means is that we use the product that we are sending to the people. For instance, if you are married, one of the things you should look forward to is your wife using the product. If your wife uses the product, trust me, she will sell the product more than you. And one thing also is that when she does that, people are going to get it from her. So first of all, the estimation time is based by you, because the business here is yours, entirely yours. You decide to choose whether I want to do this within 1 month, or I want to do it within 2 weeks, or I want to do it within 3 years. But I can tell you that within the circle, we have had people who became directors in 10 months. We have had directors in 3 years. We have had directors in 1.5 years. It depends. Each person chooses their format and chooses their system. And so far, it has worked very well. But I can tell you that breaking even happens in your first product. Every product that you buy, like the 323,000 products, the product that you get, the profit, you're going to be, when you finish selling, you're going to be making over, the product worth is over 600,000. So you're basically going to be making over 600,000, which is almost 50% of what you have spent. And the second time, if you now decide to buy, apart from registration, you get 30% off. And when that time happens, you would have made the sum of 938 US dollars, which is more than the 875 that you put in. That is, the 938 is above the 875. That is 938 this thing profit. So it depends basically on you. You are the one that choose, how much do I want this? How much energy do I exert? We have people who are doing it as part-time. We have people who are doing it on full-time. But we have different type of success story based on what the individual have decided to do. But what each person is doing is buying a franchise of Immeri International, because your account is forever. Now, you mentioned something that you've not heard about Immeri before. That is true, because Immeri came into Nigeria almost during the lockdown. You understand, immediately the lockdown came in, and the lockdown has taken 2020, 2021 from us. So right now, and within that, Immeri has been able to, even with that, Immeri has been able to get over 25,000 people so far in the country. So that tells you that we are still fresh. Our name is still fresh, but it gives you an opportunity to get into it as quickly as possible before everybody starts running into it. But I can assure you that our products are good. Our digestive product is one of the best in the world. Actually, there are some testimonials I will not be able to share here right now, which you can always drop in as because one thing is this is not the last time you're going to be having information. I'm sure that Mr. David will continue to give you all those meetings so that you'll be able to continue to get information, because knowledge is very, very important in whatever you're doing. It's not just about buying and selling, but it's also about understanding what exactly you are doing, what they do, what they are likely not to do. Then you will now know that, look, you have full information. And once you have those in full information, you can be fully represented anywhere in the world. So that is what I can say for that for now. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maruf. Yes, any other question? Questions from Abuja? Baba Dave?
Yes, sir.
Yes, questions. Questions from your end.
I think you want to ask any question? Yes, please come. Yeah. Somebody.
Okay, hello. So I just want to learn, like, in subscribing to this, what are the levels
Yes.
to how you work up the subscriptions and saying
It came in a bit late.
I came in a bit late. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I'm going to try to go back a little bit. Just a, yes, I'm going to, no, we're not going to go backwards. We just take the slides back a bit so as to, all right. Just a minute. Let's go. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. If you look at this board, this slide that we have, I'll just move up a bit. By the way, who am I speaking with? What's your name, sir?
My name is Michael.
Michael, okay. Michael, this is how you move up here. We have another feeder board here called the startup, okay? It's called the startup. It's not on the board. That is the 33,000 package. It's down there. You can come in with that, okay? You can also come in with this, with the pre-associate board, which is 64,500. You can also come in with this, the associate board, which is the 323,000 Naira package. So any of them. So this is how you walk up the ladder. If you look at the end here, it says join Immeri at pre-associate level, and through teamwork elevate to the rank of elite pre-associate. Okay. Once you become elite pre-associate, you become the leader of this very board. Once that board gets filled up, it breaks and you get promoted to the associate board. Or you can also join with the associate board and go through the same process and enter the executive board. So that's how you do. Every of the board you go into, you join hands with those that are there, build yourself, build them to the point of you becoming the leader. Then when the board gets filled, you move, okay, to the next ranking. Then you go from the pre-associate board to the associate board, from the associate board to the executive, where you become an executive in the business, a leader in the business. Then you go to the manager's board, which is gold in color. Then from there, you become a director. Then when you become a director, you branch off another ranking, 1-star director, 2-star director, and 3-star director. After that, you enter the last 3 stages of the business called the Sapphire Ambassador, the Emerald Ambassador, and of course, the finality, which is the Diamond Ambassador, where you qualify for a $300,000 penthouse in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
All right, this is great. Like I just have like one question to ask. So in moving
No
up
problem.
the ladder, in terms of moving from associate board to associate board, are there like criteria to finish? Let's say there's
Yes, Yes, there are. In the business, we have what we call the board system, which I'm going to try and get to. And I think this will help you. There we go. That is the board system. Okay, we're using the associate board. The pre-associate board also has the same thing. Now, when I'm talking about joining hands with people, nobody starts a board in the business. No, nobody. Okay. When you come in, you will always meet 7 already registered members in the business. So basically, your job is join hands with them to bring in either the 8th person, the 9th person. Actually, when you come in, you'll be either the 8th person, the 9th person, the 10th person, the 11th person, the 12th, okay, the 13th, the 14th, or the 15th. You understand now? So if you are, so basically it's a situation where when you come in, your next job is to bring in, let's put it this way, we call it the 1 down, 2 to go system. Okay. When you come into the business, you have 3 to go. But when you bring 1 person, then it becomes 1 down, 3 to go. If you bring in 2 people, it is 2 down, 1 to go. So it's always a 1 person business. So that's why that is the criteria. That is how. So it's based on the movement on the board. So that sometimes you can actually come in here today with your 1 person, you bring in your 1 person and people fill up that board. Then once that is done, this person goes. Are you understanding? Because the movement of this person is determined by who has the largest number of people. So it's actually determined by the workings of everyone in the group. So if everybody is working, people can actually be moving boards every day, if not every week, if not every day.
All right. Thank you. That's all my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Any other questions?
So, doctor, basically for each level, you need to get 3 people. Like
yes.
If you move from the associate to the executive, even as the leader, you still need to get 3 people, right?
What we do, like I said, if you're coming in with the startup package, your first 3 people moves you to the pre-associate board immediately. Okay, but from there you start now going on the board system where it is 1 down, 2 to go. Okay, now why it says 2 to go is because it guarantees you, it brings you to the point where you start competing for this. You understand? Now there are people who will come and do 5. There are people who will come and do. So basically it's a minimum of 1 and you keep moving, but it's always, to be on the safe side, it's always advisable that you have about 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Any more questions?
Okay, doctor. Good afternoon,
Yep.
doctor.
Good afternoon.
I just wanted to clarify, maybe I should say this. We talked about it yesterday night, but our registering this second time we've registered now, we have just started counting, isn't it?
Your what?
It's good for me, our registration now.
Yes. Yes, you just started counting yesterday. So get me 2 more people and you are on the pre-associate board.
Powerful. That's awesome. Thank you. I just wanted to
because your husband is already one of your qualifications. So immediately you get 2 people right now, you're going to earn, you've already earned a what do they call it? You've already earned a bonus. Okay, you've already earned a sponsor's bonus on him, 10% of what he came in with. Okay, so you have about 3,300 waiting for you somewhere. And once you bring in the other 2 people, you will now move from there to the pre-associate board. Okay, you move to the pre-associate board, and so that is it. So 2 more now. He has 3 to go. Once he gets 3 people, he is also going to come there and become, when you move to the pre-associate board, you will not have any person. But when he comes to join you, he'll become your qualification.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Now that doesn't stop me from getting other people.
No, 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 no. It doesn't stop you.
Will those people be under me or under him, or how do
They will be,
do we
no,
spread
they will be on anybody. You choose where you want to put them. You can decide to put them under you. You can decide to put them under him. The choice is yours.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome. All right. Any more questions? Yeah, we can now open our videos. And as we start bringing our meeting to a close. So, Baba David, over to you. We'll start rounding. Pastor Mike, it's good to see you on this call. It's been an amazing time. Yes, Baba Aros, speak. You're muted, sir. Okay.
Some people are just coming online. Our prospects are just coming online now.
All right. We're just sorry. Maybe we'll invite you.
Yes.
Sorry. One of the people who I invited just called me that she didn't see the link. So, but I just told her that we just
okay. We can always reschedule another one and get them in. It's not a problem. We'll just